Hey, listen, I love the fact that everything that you've done, you rebounded, you got yourself back together. You've always been so great at everything you've done. When it comes to football, though, you know, you still come up in that conversation. If you ever go to the stadium, yeah, you see as many Michael Vick jerseys as you see anybody else.
That's love, man. That's just the support. You know, I got longtime fans like. Me and the fans here in Atlanta, we go back to 2001.
Yes, sir.
Like, it's no coming in between that, you know. And we obviously we had some great times and created great memories together, man. I mean, the city of Atlanta can honestly say, like, they had one of the most talented players to ever line up at the quarterback position.
Yes, sir. You changed it.
And on the defensive side of the ball with Dion too.
Yes.
So I mean, that's a treat. That's bragging rights all across the board.
You know, you actually changed how the perception of a quarterback or what people thought a quarterback would be. And so that is great just to think about that, because now everybody seems to have that Mike Vick style who's a quarterback now.
Yeah, and I did it not knowing that, you know, that transformation would obviously at some point be, you know, what NFL teams look for in a quarterback. For me, as a young kid playing the game of football, I always thought it was going to be really, really tough. You know, making it to the National Football League, because you didn't see, you know, a lot of black quarterbacks in the league. So I looked at it, you know, what can I do different? You know, I put in work every day, you know, with my friends, you know, in the backyard. Just don't change a thing about your game, and they accepted it, man. They appreciated it, and you know, I owe it to a lot of people.
Yeah, you gotta love that. Now you talked about memories, you know, for the ATL. And for everybody in this city, we have so many great memories of all the great things that Michael Vick did on the field. What is your greatest memory as far as being suited up in that Falcons, you know, outfit and just kind of doing what you do? What's your great memory? I
think my greatest memory has nothing to do with actually playing in the game. I think it was the trade that was made the night before the draft that nobody really knew about other than myself and my agent, and thinking that I was going to San Diego for 4 months prior, and then to end up in Atlanta the very next day, the day of the draft. Was really like, you know, a dream come true. My family get to travel, they get to see me. It's not across the country, you know, nothing against San Diego. I was all in. But, you know, I just felt like Atlanta was, you know, a great place to be. It was a great place for, you know, a needed quarterback at the time, a team that needed a quarterback, and I just fell right in.
Now, of course, you got some big things going on. We're here with Dr. Brian, 1-800-HURT-911. We're going to get into that in a second. What's up to Dr. Brian? Dr. Brian been working out, man. He got his little muscles over there, too.
Good, man.
Trying to keep up with Vic.
So we're going to talk about, you know, I was excited when I saw that you were on TV again as an analyst. Well, you know, for the first time. I said, that's kind of cool to see Mike, because I remember the Mike that was a little bit shy to do interviews and stuff like that.
Yeah, you know what, man? Ironically, man, when I went to prison, it was just a different feel when I came out. I came out just a more confident person, more belief in myself, almost ready to speak. You know, I read so many books and I felt like I learned so much. It was like, you know, I don't want to be, you know, that person who doesn't want to, you know, be in the media, or, you know, on Wednesdays dread doing interviews, you know, and being the face of a franchise, you know, on media day. You know, I hated it, and you know, I wanted to be different all the way around, man, and I just changed.
Yeah, I remember the first time I interviewed you, you were just kind of so shy. You didn't really talk much.
Yeah, I probably didn't talk as much as I
was kind of hurt. I was like, hurt. This is my favorite.
I had nothing to say, man. I was the guy that, yo, just put me on the field and watch me work. I was more so, you know, lead by my actions, not by my words, and you know, can't say it's the opposite now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I just, you know, I feel like you gotta speak things into existence. That's how I look at life.
Now, of course, ATL, if you're just joining us, we are talking with Michael Vick, legendary quarterback. You can check us out on watchv103.com. Now, you know, one thing as a parent, you know, we all have kids who play sports, and, you know, we think they all good. And at what point in your life did Mike Vick know that he was good? Like, when did the light come on and you said, you know what, I could really do this?
Probably when I was up for the discussions for the Heisman Trophy candidacy. You know, as a redshirt freshman in college. You know, other than that, man, the ground was so tough. I never could say, even in high school, I'm gonna play in the National Football League. You know, even after, you know, my redshirt freshman year, and I went to the, you know, the Heisman ceremony. You know, even after that, I knew going into the next year was you got to do it all over again, and you're only as good as your last game.
Right.
So I always had that, you know, sort of, you know, mentality as far as my approach to the game and how, you know, how greatness was measured. Yeah.
Now, you know, one thing I really realize is that when I look at you, you know, I'm a big dude. I'm 6'2", like 260, bigger than you are.
Yeah.
And so at some point, you have to realize that it takes so much heart to get out there with them dudes because they way bigger than me. I seen Hugh Douglas. Yeah,
especially when you 6 feet, 212 pounds. And I'm gonna tell you what gets me right now. Like, everybody got me, even when I was young. They're like, "Oh, but you're so small. Like, you thought you were bigger." And people look at me as if, you know, I'd done something incredible. I'm like, nah, I had the heart. You know, and I was faster than everybody else. So, you know, the compliment to my size was my speed. Yeah. And that was my ability to get away. But when I got hit, it hurt. I will say that.
I bet you
felt
did.
Every bit of that 300 pounds that was falling on me.
That's the little thing when you see the guys in the ice bath at the end of the game. You're like, whoa.
Yeah. I mean, definitely needed.
Let's talk about some of the things that you got going on. You know, I know there's a new league here in the ATL that you're a part of. The AAF. Are you going to be coaching? What's going on with that, brother?
Offensive coordinator.
Offensive
coordinator. Excited about that because, you know, I get to talk about football, and I get to coach it, and you know, I get it from every perspective. And you know, I've learned so much. I know so much about the game, man. I don't want to just bottle all that knowledge in. You know, I want to talk about it, what I see on Sundays. I want to be able to coach guys and make them better, and especially young kids. And you know, that's why this partnership with, you know, Dr. Brown and you know, 1-800-HURT-911 was so important. They catered to the kids, they catered to the community. You know, it's all about giving back. And you know, just yesterday they gave out gas at
we was out in the streets,
the local racetrack.
Dr. Brian, how you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm great, Searcy. Thanks for having me on.
It's good stuff. I know that wasn't part of your question, but yeah, man.
No, it's good though, because you helped my transition to that next question.
It's things that, you know, I think about it, you know, just makes a difference.
Now, so tell me a little bit about the partnership. What is it exactly that you guys are doing?
Well, you know, it's just a partnership that just started from. It's going to start from not from grassroots because their businesses are already established. But we felt like, you know, first and foremost, when we sat down, you know, the things that they were doing in the community and how they try to just help people in general was, you know, what, you know, my brand, my foundation, what we like to do. And you know, it started out as a conversation about that, and eventually led into, you know, us doing, you know, business together. So, you know, I just think it's a partnership that it'll last for a long time. You know, they got a great game plan. No need to deviate from the plan just because I signed on. I just signed on to try to enhance, you know, what they're doing already. They already have a good thing going on, and I'm just glad they allowed me to be a part of it.
Doctor.
Hey, I'm going to say this. You know, Mike just said something real interesting about, you know, not deviating from a game plan, but that's coming from a guy who was able to take plays that not necessarily what was called, but he made deviations and decisions in games and just turned them into like just these incredible plays in football. And that's one of the things that, look, I'm so privileged to be sitting here, you know, with Mike and have Mike, you know, on our team. We're going to partner up and doing some work in the community. You know, we've got some stuff going on in some elementary schools right now that we'll announce and kind of moving forward. But you know, as you mentioned, we gave away, you know, $3,500 in free gas yesterday at a racetrack on Thornton Road, and we do something with, you know, Big Tigger and the Blessings every month.
Yes, you do.
We've done, you know, turkey giveaways that we do every year, toy drives. We've sent water trucks to Flint, Michigan. Our whole perspective in doing business is that as business owners, we feel like you're obligated. Your success is obligated to give back to the community that supports you. I mean, that's kind of what, you know, one hand feeds the other. And, you know, I like we've loved what Mike's doing with his camps. He's doing camps all around the country right now, you know, helping kids. And I know that, you know, the camp that he did here in Atlanta, you know, a few weeks ago, you did that for free, just for kids for free. So, you know, we have a great synergy with our ideas, you know, in the community, and we're going to do some good things together. And we're just really, really excited to have Mike back in Atlanta because, you know, we love him here in Atlanta. So
yes, we do. Yes, we do. Dr. Brian, Mike Vick, before I let you go, too, I need to ask you, is there one thing that you need to kind of bring your life full circle? What is that one thing that Mike Vick needs? If you're just joining us, you can check us out on watchv103.com.
One thing that I need to bring my life full circle, I need one more extra hour in the day. It ain't enough time.
And enough
Ain't
time.
enough time in the day, man. Things come pouring on. You know, I thought after I retired that things would be a lot easier. But, you know, I realized that family is extremely important, and, you know, sometimes you spread yourself really, really thin because it's required. Mm-hmm. And, you know, also, you know, nobody likes to sit in the house on the couch. So, you know, if I had more time to spend with my family, and I devote more time to my family, man, then that's what I'm going to do.
I love it.
You know, so I need that extra hour.
I love it.
Yeah.
Dr. Brian, thank you for all that you do for V103. We definitely appreciate you. It sounds so great when I hear Tigger doing some amazing things with some families out here. Mike Vick, you have been an inspiration to a lot of people in this city, a lot of kids. You're the beloved son, man. We love you. We still love you. You know, like I said, I still got my split jersey with the Philly and the Falcons on one side, and you know what I mean? So I still wear my joints.
Man, Arthur Blank was talking the other day, and he was like, man, you never left the city. You never left. And that right there put it in perspective. So, you know, this is home.
That's what it is, man. Just real quickly, if they wanted to check up on the Alliance as far as the football league, just give them information on that. And then anyone.
Alliance of American Football. The league is here. It's 10 different teams. Or I'm sorry, 8 different teams. They're announcing teams as we speak. But you know, Alliance Atlanta is where it's at. You know, I think that's probably what's most important to talk about right now. Offensive coordinator, I'm very excited, and this is a league that's going to be a complementary league to the National Football League. You know, whereas we're not in competition. You know, just trying to keep guys local and not have them have to go to Canada and get lost.
Right.
You know, guys who, you know, might not have got drafted, but, you know, they might play as on a team for the scout team, and they might not make it. And then, you know, this league gives them an opportunity to come back and compete and gives them a second chance.
Yes, sir.
And then they get a chance to go back, you know, and play in the NFL if possible. So if that happens, we'll be the first to congratulate them.
That's what's up. All right. Of course, ATL, Mike Vick, Dr. Brian, 1-800-HURT-911. If there's ever a situation you need a little help, call Dr. Brian. He'll make it happen. Thank you guys for coming through.
My pleasure, Searcy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. All right, it's the People Station, V103.